Title: The Bridge Between Us. It was the quiet breakdown. Darren had people in his life, but not one of them really knew him. Not his co-workers, not his neighbors, not even his wife, Alicia, who'd stopped asking if he was okay. She knew the answer would be a one-word grunt and a glance at his phone. He wasn't rude. He just didn't connect. He was the type to help you move a couch, but not call you for coffee. He avoided conflict by avoiding depth. He handled life like a spreadsheet, efficient, quiet, and always just enough. Until the night, Alicia left a note on the counter. "I feel alone in this marriage, and I don't want it anymore." Darren stood in the kitchen with the note in one hand and a half-finished dinner in the other. He didn't cry. He didn't yell. He just stood still. Something broke. It's the mirror of the word. The next morning, Darren opened his Bible. Not out of habit. He hadn't done that in months, but out of necessity. It opened to this. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of the others. Philippians 2, verses 3-4. He read it again and again, and this time, it didn't feel like advice. It felt like a mirror. He realized something sobering. He hadn't built relationships. He had built transactions. "Help me change, God," he whispered. "I don't know how to love people well." Then came the small shifts. Change didn't happen overnight, but Darren started choosing people over comfort. Here's what that looked like. 1. He showed genuine interest at work. Instead of brushing off Tom's stories about his kid, Darren leaned in. Rejoice with those who rejoice, mourn with those who mourn. Romans 12, verse 15. He listened, asked questions, said, "Tell me more." It felt clunky at first, but real. 2. He showed up cheerfully. When Darren walked into church or work, he made eye contact, smiled, even cracked jokes. A happy heart makes the face cheerful. Proverbs 15, verse 13. It wasn't forced. It was intentional. He stopped dumping negativity on people and started bringing it to God in prayer first. 3. He filtered his words. When irritated, Darren would breathe before speaking. He asked God for help with that. Fools give full vent to their rage, but the wise bring calm. Proverbs 29, verse 11. He found that his silence, when tempered with kindness, spoke louder than his arguments ever had. 4. He kept his word. When Darren said he'd be somewhere, he was there. He helped a friend move, brought soup to a sick neighbor, showed up for a men's breakfast on time. In the last days, men shall be truce breakers. 2 Timothy 3. But Darren didn't want to be a prophecy fulfilled. He wanted to be the exception. 5. He became an encourager. He left sticky notes for Alicia. "I noticed how hard you work. I see you. You're still my favorite." He sent voice notes to friends just to say, "You're doing better than you think." When they were discouraged, I smiled at them. Job 29, verse 24. Even a smile felt like seed planting. It was the reconnection. One night, Alicia sat down beside him on the couch. No note this time, just quiet. "You're different," she said. "I'm trying," he replied. "I can feel it." She leaned her head on his shoulder. They didn't need to say much after that. Everyday truths from the relationship shift. People don't need perfection, they need presence. Most healing starts with being seen. Relationships don't collapse overnight. They starve slowly. Attention is nourishment. Give it generously. You don't have to be naturally warm. You just have to be genuinely willing. God will do the rest. Encouragement multiplies. One compliment can unlock a person's purpose. One smile can pull someone back from despair. The power of a changed presence. It's been a year. Darren still has quiet days. He still gets it wrong sometimes. But now, he builds relationships the same way he prays. Deliberately, humbly, and honestly. He's the guy who checks in when you're missing. The man who lifts up his marriage with silence and strength. The one who learned that love is not an emotion, it's an action. And if you asked him what changed the most, he'd say this: "I stopped trying to be interesting and started being interested." Takeaway for the you: You don't have to be extroverted to be impactful. You don't have to be flawless to be trustworthy. You just have to show up differently, starting now. So take inventory. Who needs a check-in from you today? What relationship needs warmth again? Who could use encouragement that costs you nothing but means everything? Because love isn't loud, it's consistent. In your relationships, have the same mindset as Christ Jesus. Philippians 2 verse 5. Let that mindset start with you. Fear not, for I am your strength. When you feel weak, lean on me, and I will carry you through every challenge. I see you. I know your heart. Even when you feel unnoticed, I am with you, delighting in every step you take toward me. Penned by Garry in worship of God's wonderful glory. Hey, thanks for listening. If you're still here, something in this story or song clicked with you. So here's a little secret. When you hit thumbs up, it tells the YouTube gremlins, hey, more of this. And if you subscribe, it's like saying, yeah, I want in. So go ahead, tap like, hit subscribe, and make sure you don't miss what's next. Because this ride, it's just getting started.